I've been trying my hardest to listen to Gabor Mate's In the Realm of the Hungry Ghosts in Audible. Haven't listened to any podcasts for ages, just literally just been listening to Gabor. And I'm nowhere near finishing it, but I'm not going to finish it. Sorry, Gabor. I was hoping to read it and get him on the podcast, but he bombed me out saying that he was in the process of writing 2 books. I mean, look, some books take with some people, some books don't. The reason that Gabor's In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts doesn't jive with me is it's too complicated for me. I'm not saying this in a manner that kind of demeans my status or who I am, but it's too intelligent for me. It just goes too deep into studies on rats and mice and rabbits and cows and horses and dogs about how addiction works and dopamine and serotonin and blah blah blobin. And for me, addiction when it comes to alcohol is far more simple, or I like to think of it as being more simple, because if it's simple for me, then I'm more likely to get stuck into it and not be afraid of it. And that is from the Seth Godin school of thought. People like us do things like this. I became addicted to alcohol because people like me drank alcohol where I lived. And because people like me drank alcohol where I lived in the volume that they did, I followed suit and did the same thing, and ergo I then ended up addicted. Does that make me any does that mean that I have like an addictive gene or something wrong with me that's different to my friends who I grew up with? No, not at all. It just means that I realized that I have a problem, and that problem was alcoholism as an invisible, violent, dominant belief system, and a lot of my friends don't recognize that and continue to behave in the same ways that they used to before. So if you do prefer straightforward talking, if you're not interested in all the neurotransmitter brain kind of functioning, complicated science, genetic kind of talk, and you just want to hear it straight and simple, then join Strive, join the Taster, join the Intensive, get used to me banging on about addiction in the only way that I know how to, and that is through my own experience. And my experience of it wasn't that complicated. I looked around at myself and saw so many people fucked up because of alcoholism being an invisible, violent, dominant belief system, and we all fell for it hook, line and sinker. And there wasn't a genetic sentence in this narrative, not one. There's no way that the vast majority of Ogmore Vale were all born with the same genetic defect. No way. I know that addiction is very complicated, and it's a combination of genes, environment, upbringing, mentor, all these different types. I know all that, but I just like to focus on what I know. And if my story speaks to you, then come along for the ride and come and join us. And if it doesn't, then this isn't for you. And there are a lot of other people out there that can help you. My name is Lee Davey. I'm not an alcoholic. I refuse to be anonymous. I'm someone who doesn't drink alcohol and is not going to finish Gabor Mate and The Realm of the Hungry Ghosts. Fortunately, I don't think that's going to be a problem getting him on my show. Take care.